So lovely good evening and welcome to Muvi TV News. Today is the 27th of November 2025. A quick look at the headlines. Central Province PS warns Luano civil servants over absenteeism. Luapula authorities suspend EZ mining operations after tailings dam collapse. Government condemns illegal FISP seed sharing in Katete. ECZ extends voter registration, final day set for Saturday, November 29th. In sports, Minister warns government will not celebrate failure. My name is Kondwelani Jose, and now the detail. The government has expressed serious concern over a video circulating on social media showing farmers in Katete District, Eastern Province, illegally sharing Farmer Input Support Program FISP seeds while making misleading statements against President Hakainde Hichilema and his administration. According to a statement issued by the Ministry of Agriculture, Principal Public Relations Officer Lewa Zulu says investigations reveal that the video was allegedly orchestrated by the chairperson of Mpilila Cooperative, linked to an opposition party in a bid to politicize the government's initiative. Authorities have warned that both the cooperative and the individuals involved will face disciplinary action, reiterating that sharing or redistributing FISP inputs is illegal under the program's e-voucher system.
Investigations have revealed that the women featured in the video were mobilized by a named chairperson of Mpilila Cooperative, who is also linked to a named opposition political party. This individual recorded and circulated the video in an attempt to politicize a well-intended government program. Such actions undermine the tremendous progress made by the government in curbing these unacceptable practices. It has further been established that 7 of the individuals appearing in the video are bona fide FISP beneficiaries who were persuaded to share farming inputs in direct violation of the program guidelines. Therefore, both the implicated farmers and the cooperatives will face the disciplinary action in accordance with the FISP regulations. The government reiterates that both sharing of inputs is illegal and will result in removal of non-compliant farmers and cooperatives from the program. The nation may wish to note that the FISP has fully transitioned to 100% e-voucher system. Under this system, farmers in their individual capacities receive their unique redemption codes on their registered mobile phone numbers. Once they receive, they are able to access inputs from accredited agro dealers in all the 116 districts of our country. Farmers are bonded individually, and therefore any sharing of inputs breaches or constitutes a breach of the bonding requirements. Consequently, farmers are strictly prohibited from sharing their redemption codes or distributing inputs to any other person under any circumstance. Thank you very much.
The civil society organization CSO Debt Alliance has welcomed S&P Global Ratings' decision to upgrade Zambia's sovereign credit rating from selective default SD to CCC+, hailing it as a key milestone in the country's ongoing debt restructuring process. However, the alliance cautioned that the upgrade does not signal a full return to financial stability. Speaking in Lusaka, CSO Debt Alliance chairperson, Father Daniel Mwamba Mutale, said the improved rating reflects renewed international confidence in Zambia's reform agenda, but stressed that the country still faces deep fiscal and economic vulnerabilities that could quickly undermine recent progress if not carefully managed. Former Information Minister Chishimba Kambwili has refuted social media claims suggesting that he is critically ill, insisting that he is in stable condition. Mr. Kambwili explained that his failure to appear before the court today was due to a minor health inconvenience and not a serious medical condition. He was scheduled to attend trial in a matter where he is charged with unlawful assembly.
Social media has gone awash with propaganda that Chishimba Kambwili is very sick. He collapsed just when he was about to go to court, and that he's admitted in hospital. Contrary to that, this morning I was supposed to be in court, but before I could go to court, when I was preparing, I had a minor accident. Then we instructed our lawyers to tell the court to stand down the matter, so that I finished the procedure at the hospital. It took a bit of time, and then the court decided, through an application from the lawyers, to adjourn the matter to January. So it is not true that I'm very sick and whatever is going on social media. I am very, very fit. So I thought it was important that I clarify that I am fit, and tomorrow you see me at the Oasis prayer rally at the Cathedral of Christ the King. Thank you very much.
Paramount Chief Mpezeni of the Ngoni people has urged the church and civil society organizations, CSO, to prioritize constructive engagement with government over street protest in the ongoing debate on constitutional amendments. Speaking at a press briefing this morning, the traditional leader advised the church to consult senior chiefs nationwide should dialogue with government reach a deadlock, saying meaningful engagement would yield better results than public demonstrations. He emphasized the need for a practical and balanced roadmap that addresses concerns from both sides, adding that constructive participation was key to resolving contentious issues. Chief Mpezeni also stressed that delimitation remains urgent, arguing that some constituencies are currently too large to be managed effectively.
President, ni muntu naye sanga lepeli kuchimwa ni muntu oyenga na muntu koma si muntu ni muntu naye uti sanga lepeli kuilala ni muntu angalengi koma boza lipa useza asebenza ndavose ngokunalipa vakati pesa ako kuli magreda kuli matipa kuchani vakuti unalibe kudala kunalibe vavanduta yosebenza sebenza vana sikulu vazofana pansi free education ili vana sikulu kunalibe madiski no asati tikobvitola vinhu kuti apinara makandari koma kulipe munhu asachimwira muzake asati tikokamba vinhu pagoni oro ikangangana malaiti siveyamba paliro arungu eyamba pala arungu malaiti veipedza kudhara veipedza veve navo abagoseko tuziva kuti usogoleri anesofuna kusogoleri komatendikoolanga naye zawachitapo naye rungu Estava, não, ele estava uma Prism, esita, hata tuviona. Na leo estava, telefone kanini kuti wasitako sinjefu waleta chanu vanhu vakurya bwino vakene utola ndama zakuti sivasevenza ngandama zonzonzozo akuchitachita asevenza naye kwake naye koma asati tikotorana kuti yai kamba kautura no
The Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, has extended the ongoing voter registration exercise by an additional 3 days, a move aimed at giving more eligible citizens an opportunity to register ahead of the upcoming elections. ECZ Chairperson Mwangala Zalomis announced the extension, explaining that the Commission had reviewed the pace and turnout of the exercise and determined that more time was needed. She says the high number of people seeking to register in several districts prompted the decision. Ms. Zalomis advises the public that the final day of registration will therefore be Saturday, November 29, 2025. The Commission shall not extend the registration exercise beyond this date. Ms. Zalomis urged all eligible citizens, particularly first-time voters, to make sure and use extended period, emphasizing the importance of broad public participation in the electoral process. The Commission also assured the public that all registration centers will remain fully operational throughout the extension period. Registration officers have been instructed to provide efficient and timely services to accommodate the anticipated demand. The ECZ reiterated its call for citizens to take an active role in the nation's democratic processes, noting that voter registration remains a critical step in ensuring credible and inclusive elections.
The Commission of Zambia wishes to inform the public that the ongoing mass registration of voters, which was scheduled to conclude today, has been extended by 3 days from Thursday, 27th of November 2025 to Saturday, 29th of November 2025. The decision has been necessitated by the overwhelming response by eligible voters in the registration centers across the country at the close of the exercise today. The 3-day extension is intended to allow those who have not registered to register so that no eligible voter is left out. We wish to advise the public that the final day of the registration will therefore be Saturday, 29th of November 2025. The Commission shall not extend the registration exercise beyond this date. The Electoral Commission of Zambia remains committed to ensuring that every eligible voter is given an opportunity to register and participate in the 2026 general election. The Commission wishes to call upon all eligible voters, citizens who have not yet registered, to take advantage of this final opportunity. The Commission would like to once again thank all stakeholders and citizens who have showed up to register as voters, and appreciate the patience, cooperation, and orderly conduct demonstrated by the public throughout this process and throughout the country.
Central Province Permanent Secretary Dr. Milna Mwanakampwe has cautioned civil servants in Luano District against absenteeism and failure to attend government meetings, urging them to exhibit teamwork and professionalism in public service. Dr. Mwanakampwe expressed disappointment over what he described as a continued trend among some heads of departments and other officers who are allegedly neglecting their duty to attend official sittings and participate in government work. He said such behavior undermines let me read that again. He said that such behavior undermines development efforts and negatively affects the implementation of government projects and programs in the district. Speaking during a meeting with heads of government departments, the permanent secretary stressed that government expects civil servants to be committed to their duties and attend all official engagements without fail. He further directed the Luano District Administration to put their house in order and ensure proper coordination among heads of departments to enhance service delivery. Meanwhile, Dr. Mwanakampwe warned government officers against reporting late for work, revealing that some civil servants have allegedly been reporting as late as 10 hours and knocking off as early as 11:30 hours. He says the government will not tolerate such conduct in the public service.
I think, I really think that we are not working in one. Dr. Chikwe, you are doing the best that you are doing. Dao, we are working in silos, each one for himself, God for all. It's very busy, and it will not be accepted. If you tell me government heads of department are not here because of internet issues, then it means you don't know who reports for work and who doesn't report for work. You cannot have tea and still expect to have sugar that you have already put in tea. There are only two options. If you want to be a civil servant, be available in offices. We will not pay you a salary for being away from the offices. Do not work. I watch from a distance. I have a fair understanding of what is happening in work. The games of reporting for work at 10, 11:30, everyone is out of the office. Now, I landed there at your office on Wednesday last week. There was no one there. That's fine. I went into the valley, landed back. I know there's still accommodation crisis, but this is not the first district administration that has accommodation crisis.
The Luapula Provincial Administration has suspended all operations at EZ Mining Limited in Mwense District following the collapse of a tailings dam that contaminated a community water source on Tuesday. A joint team of experts from the Zambia Environmental Management Agency, ZEMA, the Department of Water Resources, and the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock has since been dispatched to assess the extent of the environmental impact. Authorities say laboratory results from water samples taken by ZEMA will determine the next steps. According to the provincial administration, initial inspections suggest the impact of the spill is limited. Officials confirmed that commercial fish ponds located upstream of the stream were not affected and no fish deaths or damage to crop fields have been reported. As a precaution, the Mwense Town Council, in collaboration with the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit, DMMU, and cooperating partners, has begun providing clean drinking water to respond to residents who are affected by the incident. Meanwhile, a verified list of impacted households is being compiled to guide possible government support. Wapula authorities have described the dam failure as unacceptable, adding that all mining activity will remain halted until a full investigation is concluded and stronger safety controls are put in place. The provincial administration has warned that any negligence revealed in the investigation will be met with the force of the law. Residents have been advised not to use water from the Mwense stream for drinking, cooking, or bathing until further notice. Government has unlocked more than 2.3 billion kwacha, equivalent to 100 million United States dollars, to launch a nationwide solar energy program under a newly created Presidential Constituency Energy Initiative. The Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development says the financing follows a major restructuring of the Constituency Development Fund, making it one of the largest single reallocations of CDF resources since the fund was established. Permanent Secretary and Technical Services Nicholas Piri says the initiative marks a strategic investment in national energy security and will generate long-term revenue for all local authorities, with all the 156 councils expected to earn dividends from their equity distributions.
The Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development acknowledges with gratitude the policy directive and guidance given by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, to leverage on the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, in order to accelerate the adoption and deployment of solar energy across the country as a way of contributing. We will work together with other stakeholders, including the Ministry of Energy, Ministry of Finance and National Planning, financial institutions, and the Presidential Delivery Unit, PDU, among others, to ensure that this project delivers on its intended objectives efficiently and effectively. On our part as a ministry, we have concluded the restructuring of the CDF 2026 in order to release funds needed to translate this policy guidance into tangible project deliverables. To this end, the Presidential Constituency Energy Initiative, PCEI, has been conceived as a project vehicle to deliver the policy objectives outlined by His Excellency the President. The project manager for the PCEI will be the Ministry of Energy through its relevant agencies, while the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development will contribute equity through the Ministry of Finance and National Planning. An initial equity contribution of $100 million or 2.3 billion kwacha will be immediately made available to kickstart the works. The $100 million is an equity blend of $40 million or 920 million kwacha, representing 40% from the CDF, and $60 million or 1,380 million kwacha, representing 60% equity contribution from the Zambia.
The Ministry of Health has launched a set of governance and accountability instruments aimed at improving health service delivery in Zambia. The launch includes the Generic Service Delivery Charter for Level 1 and Level 2 hospitals, statutory board charters, the Monitoring and Evaluation Framework, and the Communication and Advocacy Strategy for Health Facility Charters. Speaking at the official launch in Lusaka, Ministry of Health Permanent Secretary in charge of Technical Services, Dr. Kennedy Lishimpi, who represented the Minister of Health, Dr. Elijah Muchima, says the launch marks a significant milestone in the country's efforts to improve health service delivery. He has directed all Level 1 and Level 2 hospitals to operationalize their communication plans without delay, stating that clear communication builds trust, improves client satisfaction, and strengthens accountability. Dr. Lishimpi has further urged all provincial health directors and hospital management teams to actively use this framework and ensure regular reporting and dissemination of performance results.
And this is a donation for the fight against cholera. As you may be aware, we are already in the mood of ensuring that we prevent cholera because we've recorded some cases this year. As we receive this donation, I want each one and every one of us to realize that cholera is not an issue for Ministry of Health alone. Cholera is an issue that concerns every one of us. And therefore, there is something each one and every one of us can do in preventing.
Thank you. We are delighted today to officially hand over 12,000 cholera hygiene kits to the Ministry of Health for distribution to identified cholera hotspot areas. These essential supplies, valued at approximately 2.9 million kwacha, form an integral part of the FCDO-funded PATI project. These are more than just supplies. They are life-saving tools that empower households to prevent infection, manage early symptoms, and ultimately break the chain of cholera transmission.
Youth activist Peter Chola Mwanalesa has vowed to take a dead stray dog to Serenje Town Council offices after authorities allegedly failed to remove the carcass from near the main hospital, raising concerns over public health. Mwanalesa expressed frustration over the council's inaction, saying the decomposing dog had been left in a busy area for days. He cited the Control of Dogs Act, which requires local authorities to manage stray animals, including the removal and proper disposal of dead dogs from public spaces. Serenje Town Council Chairperson Stivus Mulumba says the council is obligated to act, particularly in the central business district, and noted that if the owner of the dog is known, authorities should coordinate with them directly.
State House in our chairman waku House of Chiefs bali sangire fishing koko ebati ifi background ifo ba umfule tefyo bantu bali chibakatika ndetotela mwali bombere mulimo kalamba sana irwechi ngalipe mfumba chifi muchinda ili report napokeli kwa district commissioner iyo ba ishoko ebata ukwete nsambu shakutala ndi audit mu chief domo waonkanya putala ndi audit dokero mandu wa treason 14 years tamwali mfu mu chief dom na efo kwisha abantu bayikala shani bayito chine epo bati dokero mandu wa treason ndi wafungana ba president bebati shishi beba DC batontonkenye shani poko mpero mandu wa treason nango mulandu ushinkwete wangu mpero mandu wa treason kubula ba chairman imfu muchongo ukwisana ndakwe tifu takusangire po mulandu kwena ndesibila apo ba DC na mpero mandu wa treason. Ilolo bayishile State House in our chairman waku House of Chiefs bali sangire fishing koko ebati ifi background ifo ba umfule tefyo bantu bali chibakatika ndetotela mwali bombere mulimo kalamba sana.
The Examinations Council of Zambia, ECZ, has suspended the examination center status of 5 General Certificate of Education GCE centers for a period of 2 years following examination irregularities during the 2025 GCE exams. The affected centers include Chovwe Day Secondary School and Kabanda Secondary in Northwestern Province, Pampi in Luapula, Yolo Secondary in Muchinga, and Twatotela in Lusaka. In addition, ECZ has nullified results affecting 1,654 candidates linked to the suspended GCE centers and 151 candidates from Mungwi, Kaputa, and Chama districts who sat the 2025 Junior Secondary External Examination. The move is in line with Section 26(5) of the ECZ Act No. 3 of 2023, which empowers the Council to nullify results obtained fraudulently or through examination malpractice. Chipata City Mayor George Mwanda has commended ProFlight Zambia for the successful test flight into the city airport, stating that this achievement signifies a breakthrough for the region. Speaking at the event, Mr. Mwanza says the direct flights will enhance travel convenience and stimulate economic growth. The mayor added that the flights will position Chipata as a vital transportation hub in Eastern Province, as this will likely boost the local economy and increase connectivity between Chipata and other major cities.
Government recently called on aviation industry players to begin utilizing the Chipata Airport in Eastern Province following its recent upgrade. And so, as of Wednesday, November 26, 2025, Chipata City Mayor George Mwanza commended ProFlight Zambia for the successful test flight into the city airport, affirming that the achievement signifies a breakthrough for the region. Speaking at the event, Mr. Mwanza said the direct flights will enhance travel convenience and stimulate economic growth.
Make assurance that ourselves as a leadership here, we will do everything possible to make this happen. If it means having an extension of the runway, if it means scheduling the passage of vehicles, if that is an interference, we have seen that this happens in most parts of the world. In terms of business, I must tell you that you will eventually bring us more aircraft here, because all the planes will be full. I'm very sure about that. There will be serious levels of business.
He adds that the development is expected to benefit residents and businesses in the region.
So there will be so much business here. There will be so much business here. So the city of Chipata is home to one of the biggest traditional ceremonies. It's called the Jwara. So it takes the whole month of February. And we receive more than 500,000 visitors in 1 month. And that's extremely huge. You know, people get accommodated even as far as Lilongwe, because all our accommodation facilities are full. And people want to, and 5 months later we have another ceremony, and that is what it is.
Zambia Airports Corporation Limited Managing Director was also present at the event.
And we thought this was a fantastic opportunity to come assess together with yourselves. If there are any issues, we can obviously can fix them and help you in your decision making. We're quite keen to be on the ground and make it happen.
This achievement is likely to position the city as a vital transportation hub in the province. Joanny Mwete Piri, reporting for Muvi TV News in Chipata, Eastern Province.
Chipata Central Member of Parliament and Minister of Agriculture, Tolo Piri, has accused fellow leaders of claiming credit for development projects he personally negotiated and commissioned in the constituency. Speaking during the launch of township road projects in Chipata, Eastern Province, Minister Piri expressed frustration that some political and civic leaders are taking undue recognition for initiatives meant to benefit the local community. The remarks come amid heightened political activity in Chipata Central, with several aspiring candidates from various parties preparing to contest in the upcoming general elections.
A speaker, a minister, Piri, AMP Ediboma AMP akucha self nanzanga monse tieni tikambepo inkhani kuti akatisankha mipando tizipito kaphunzira kuti katsine ntchito yanga ni chani kwanyanya ulimbirana ntchito ine nikabwera nisegule miseko wina azakwera atenga mapiki chapa vimatrakita akutira standine msewu icho chinthu yayi wanzamya kale kunali president citizenship college kansi ntchito ya minista ni chani ntchito ya MP ni chani ntchito ya PS ni chani ntchito ya TC ni chani ntchito ya meya ni chani ntchito ya kansala ni chani osati tikakhala tungolimbirana ntchito yayi no onepo milupi takwera pano nakondwera kuti muli pano because kutangwa siku lero tizaona mapikicha pa social media ine tinenabweresa sebo tinenabweresa wakuti chita ni chibwana chitukuko ni cha vantu wonse tieni titukule ziko ipite pasogolo imwe muli pasogolo apa majournalist mulembe inkhasi chipongwe cha nyanya chibwana cha nyanya tieni titukule ziko wasatulimira na mipando yake uyamba chabe vanisankha MP first day but uya kuna karempi nanga iwe ntchito yako ili kuti
We take a break. We'll be back shortly.
Only 2 days left. Visit the ECZ registration centers nationwide. Before time runs out, be counted. Register now. To find open registration centers, check on the Commission's website. Follow the link ovr.elections.org.zm/deployment-plan or dial short code *214# on mobile phones or visit any district registration centers or civic centers across the country. Register now. It's your right. It's your choice. This message is brought to you by the Electoral Commission of Zambia.
Mubuyu Christian Academy is a girls-only boarding school located near Sandy Beach in Siavonga. Mubuyu Christian Academy is now enrolling for Form 1 and Grade 10 pupils. So all girls who have just completed their Grade 7 and Grade 9 exams must take this opportunity to receive high-performance Christian-based holistic education. Help your girl child reach their full potential. Call 0976 386184. When you think girl child education, think Mubuyu Christian Academy. Mubuyu Christian Academy. Excellence through Christian education. Scan the QR code to apply.
Minister of Sports, Youth and Arts, Elvis Nkandu, has told athletes across the country to raise their performance levels, warning that the government will not celebrate failure or reward underperformance. Speaking after receiving medals from various sports associations, Mr. Nkandu said President Hakainde Hichilema's declaration that no sport is minor is bearing fruit, as more disciplines beyond football are now winning recognition and bringing honor to the country. He says the policy has inspired athletes to compete harder at regional and international stages with a collective goal of securing at least 200 medals in 2025, adding that national sport must be matched with hard work and consistent victories.
That decision has led now to see boxers winning medals. That pronouncement has made it possible for young people like child to be exposed. So for me, I think that is something that is very, very progressive. I've taken some time on this one because we need to understand how these things work. So as I said, there is no football here, no medal. It's squash, boxing, rugby, chess, and fitness. So you may not know where your medals will come from. So if you just stick to football, today, we didn't have more than more than 20 medals that was the gold medals, bronze, and everything. So it is important that we also appreciate what other disciplines are doing. Hence my emphasis on that particular issue. So we are here to celebrate the remarkable achievements of a group of Zambians who have, through sheer determination, discipline, and also skill, thrown our flag high on the international stage and returned home victorious. If there is a ministry that can also add to the numbers of those that are coming to visit our countries, the Ministry of Youth, Sport and Arts, because under sports tourism, people are able now to see where this country is. Also, this one is coming from Zambia. So they start now looking at. Remember in 1988, those who were there, some of you are not born. When Kalushabwada scored against Italy, that's to do at the Olympics. Yes. People started looking for atlases now to look at where Zambia is. Where is this country? Zambia was beaten Italy 4-0. From Africa, they have never heard about Zambia. But that day, they wanted to see where Zambia is. So, if there is a ministry, if there is a department that can add more numbers to the Ministry of Tourism when it comes to our arrivals in the country, it's so good. Because you are selling this country without you knowing. You are selling this country. So please continue doing what you are doing, because you are also part of the 2.2 million who visited Zambia last year, isn't it? 2.2 million. You are part of those that made those to come and just see how this country is doing.
In case you missed the news, the headlines once again. Central Province PS warns Luano civil servants over absenteeism. Luano authorities suspend EZ mining operations after tailings dam collapse. Government condemns illegal FISP seed sharing in Katete. And ECZ extends voter registration. Final day set for Saturday, November 29th. Kondwelani Jose, on behalf of the entire Muvi TV crew, good evening.
Muvi Christian Academy is a girls-only boarding school located near Sandy Beach in Siavonga. Muvi Christian Academy is now enrolling for Form 1 and Grade 10 pupils. So all girls who have just completed their Grade 7 and Grade 9 exams must take this opportunity to receive high-performance Christian-based holistic education. Help your girl child reach their full potential. Call 0976 386184. When you think girl child education, think Muvi Christian Academy. Muvi Christian Academy, excellence through Christian education. Scan the QR code to apply.
Only 2 days left. Visit the ECZ registration centers nationwide. Before time runs out, be counted. Register now. To find open registration centers, check on the Commission's website. Follow the link ovr.elections.org.zm/deployment-plan or dial short code *214# on mobile phones or visit any district registration centers or civic centers across the country. Register now. It's your right. It's your choice. This message is brought to you by the Electoral Commission of Zambia. Only 2 days left. Visit the ECZ registration centers nationwide. Before time runs out, be counted. Register now. To find open registration centers, check on the Commission's website. Follow the link ovr.elections.org.zm/deployment-plan or dial short code *214# on mobile phones or visit any district registration centers or civic centers across the country. Register now. It's your right. It's your choice. This message is brought to you by the Electoral Commission of Zambia. Only 2 days left.
Muvi Christian Academy is a girls-only boarding school located near Sandy Beach in Siavonga. Muvi Christian Academy is now enrolling for Form 1 and Grade 10 pupils. So all girls who have just completed their Grade 7 and Grade 9 exams must take this opportunity to receive high-performance Christian-based holistic education. Help your girl child reach their full potential. Call 0976 386184. When you think girl child education, think Muvi Christian Academy. Muvi Christian Academy. Excellence through Christian education. Scan the QR code to apply.